What's good, y'all? I'm not gonna be on camera on this video. I just want y'all to listen. This is something that I've been thinking about, and it's very important that I share this. And it's something that I'm actually working on myself. People, I want y'all to really think about this. Okay, y'all ever notice when you wake up, and I'm talking about the second you open your eyes and you begin to think, thoughts just start flowing and flowing and flowing, right? You ever notice that those are the most powerful thoughts of the entire day when you first wake up? Like, I'm talking about shit that you probably normally don't think of or think about. Those thoughts come about as soon as you wake up, as soon as you come back to this existence, into this realm. That's when you have all of these, how should I say, these prophetic thoughts, and these prophetic and profound thoughts. Y'all ever thought about that? Even Eminem said some shit like this in regards to his rapping. He said he would think of some crazy ass shit when he wakes up in the morning, but he just never write it out. I think he said he never write it down, or he eventually started writing it down because it was just so crazy. But it's true. Like, when you wake up, you got to realize the state that you just exited, and now that you're entering again. Like, the moment you go to sleep, your mind is still functioning, but your physical body internally is still functioning, but there's a certain part of your brain that's sleep, but the entire brain is not sleep. The subconscious is still awake. You might be unconscious, but your subconscious is still functioning. That's why when you're dreaming, you can control your dreams. Yeah. When you're dreaming and you find yourself, or you catch yourself actually being able to control you, it's kind of like being in a video game. You know what I'm saying? You are the controller. And you can make things happen, you know, for better or for worse, or, you know what I'm saying? Or you can sometimes wake yourself up. You think you're about to die or something bad's about to happen, and you pretty much get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You it's kind of like, you know, jumping from the fourth dimension back to the third dimension. You know what I'm saying? Jumping off that cliff, you know what I'm saying? Right back into the real world, the quote unquote real world, you know. But y'all got to understand the power of your own mind, your subconscious, the connection between the conscious and the subconscious and the fourth dimension. Your subconscious is the direct connection to the fourth dimension. I'm telling y'all. This morning, for example, I woke up. And this is why I'm making this video now, because it happens all the time. I'll wake up and I'm thinking about some wild shit, like some powerful shit. And I don't write it down. And like an hour later, I'll forget, because I'll start doing something. You know, I might get up and drink some water, or I might fix me something to eat, or take a shower, whatever. I might do something that makes me lose my thought. And once I, sit back down and I'm thinking like, wait a minute, what happened to that thought that I had when I first woke up? Now it's gone. Y'all got to realize that's literally a direct download from the world we cannot see. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, that's why it's important to write shit down. That's some Akashic record shit. When you first wake up, you need to write your thoughts down. Everything that you're thinking, good or bad, write it down. Because even if it's quote unquote bad, it might be a connection to something that you might be dealing with here. You know what I'm saying? So write it down so you can make some connections. And you can start piecing stuff together so it can all make sense. Or it can just be something that can be a quote that you can make out of your thought that can have some some meaning to your, or can add some meaning to your life or to somebody else's life. And you can make a Facebook post out of it. So it can be simple as that. But you still need to realize how powerful your subconscious, all this ties into is your subconscious. Because when you're awake and you're breathing and you're conscious, there's 1,000,001 thoughts just transmitting in and out of your brain. Sometimes you can't even control what's going in and out of your brain because there's so many thoughts, good and bad, positive and negative. So when you sleep, this is a good time to pay attention to your dreams too, because your thought patterns is a direct reflection of your dreams. So if you have a habit of, constantly having negative thoughts throughout the entire day, I'm talking about from the moment you wake up to the moment you lay your head down on your pillow and you fall asleep, then 9 times out of 10, you might have bad dreams or nightmares. And that can go back to diet too. If a bad diet can be linked to nightmares too. That's a fact. That's not me pulling shit out my head. That's a fact. But leaving diet out of that, we'll just focus on thoughts alone. Negative thoughts can lead to negative results. Negative thoughts can lead to negative results. So just think about it. The minute you wake up, what are you thinking about? Is it positive or negative? Are you stressed out? Are you worried? Are you panicking? Are you in that sends out a negative wave into the atmosphere, into the air? And the universe receives that signal, and the signal transmits right back to you. You gotta think about that and be conscious and subconscious about it. See, some people can only go so deep as the conscious mind, but the conscious mind is like the ground, right? The subconscious is what's underneath the ground. And you can also compare that to the ocean. The conscious is the surface. The subconscious is everything that's underneath the water. Everything that's beneath the surface. So instead of calling yourself conscious, try to be subconscious. Because there's no limitations to the subconscious mind. None whatsoever. It goes so deep that we never, you don't even know how deep it goes, but we know it's deep. Deeper than you can ever imagine. If you can't imagine how deep the ocean is, then you can't even fathom you can't begin to fathom how deep the subconscious mind is. You can compare that to the size of the universe. And I wish I could share with y'all what I was thinking when I woke up this morning. Cause it was some real ass shit, man. I'm mad. It was like, there's a few times where I did write down my thoughts first thing in the morning, but a lot of times I don't fucking write it, and I always forget. Man. And those are the most powerful thoughts of the whole fucking day. And that's, I'm talking about for everybody. That shit'll piss you off, man. So start writing. Have you a notepad or shit. We got phones. We have our phones on us 24/7. Shit. I'm pretty sure you got your phone right next to you while you laying down or while you sleep. So go to your notepad right there and type that shit in. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I want everybody to tap into that universal subconscious power that we have, if that makes sense. I kind of just made that up, but it sounded good. Sounded good as hell. You know, but nah, for real though, dead ass, I'm like seriously, if we can all realize how powerful we are, man, it could solve a lot of problems that we have, especially the mental health crisis that we're going through. Mental health is one of the biggest issues in our community and shit, the whole world for that matter, but especially in this fucking country or corporation, if you will. It's a lot of mental health illnesses going on. And narcissism is probably one of the biggest, might be top 5. And I actually think that's a diagnosable mental illness. And people are narcissists and they don't even know it at all. They don't even know that that's an actual illness. And to be quite frank, I think everybody has at least one narcissistic trait. Just because you have a trait doesn't mean that makes you that doesn't make you available to be diagnosed of that said illness or to be labeled as such, because you can have traits of you know, let's say you were a Gemini, but you have traits of a Taurus or whatever. We all have traits of every we have at least one trait of every other astrological. We're not just one sign. Let's make that clear. We're not just one sign. If you know astrology, you know we're not just one sign. We have traits of every single sign. We might be predominantly a particular sign based on our natal chart, but best believe you're not just solely one sign. That's impossible. But back on the topic though, and we're gonna discuss the mental illness and the mental illness aspect in another video. But that all of that does tie into, you know, you being able to harness the power of your entire mind, and that includes the conscious and the subconscious and every part of your brain that you're not even tapped into. And you remember back in school, they said you only use 10% of your brain. You remember? I remember I heard that back in elementary. I had been in like 5th grade or some shit. You only use 10% of your brain. I never really believed that shit. I think that holds some truth in regards to this country. I think that the way the social construct and the educational system is set up and the food system, it doesn't allow you to tap into your full subconscious and your conscious power. It doesn't allow you to tap into that. So I think they're basing that shit off of numbers that are affected by that. Maybe that's what they base that off of. But I'm pretty sure if you go to other countries, they can't use that number. They can't use that statistic in every other country. I think that only applies to the dumbass American people. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So I think that does hold some type of truth, but in actuality, that's not true. We don't just use 10% of our brain and that's it. No, it's not true. But either way, we're not using our brain's full potential. Whether it's 10%, whether it's 40%. Because even if we're using 90%, there's still a whole 10% that we're not tapped into. And that's a large percent. That's still a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot still. So, yeah, man, just, you got to take baby steps. You're not going to wake up and, have this shit mastered. You have to take baby steps. And the first step is to write your thoughts down as soon as you wake up. I promise you're going to thank yourself later. And if you do this shit every day for a year, you can probably write a book just off of those thoughts alone. Dead fucking serious. Do it for a whole year, every day. Well, not even every day, because you might have days when you just wake up and you're just not feeling it or whatever. But you can still take those days when you're not feeling it and just write down your feelings. Like, how did I feel when I woke up? You know what I'm saying? You can still write stuff down, whether you're feeling good or bad. It doesn't matter. But just try to at least write down as soon as you wake up and you have a thought, and I'm talking about as soon as you're having these thoughts, you got to pick up that notepad, and within the hour, you're gonna lose that thought. Right before you know it, you forgot. So, yeah, so I wanted to make this video in under 20 minutes. I hate having to condense my my thoughts like that in a video, because a lot of times, when you play your shit back, you be like, damn, I should have said that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. That's good enough for this video. I'm trying to be more consistent with the uploads. I'm trying. Bear with me. I work a lot and I get tired. And a lot of times I'm not even in a mood to record and talk on camera. That's just me. So hopefully I can make another video tonight or maybe tomorrow. So until then, peace.